Hey, is this John Doe? Hey John, it's Nicole from Luna. How are you? I'm good. Thank you for asking. So thank you for submitting your resume and all of your information to me. I really appreciate it. I got all of that. But before we kind of start on that path, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about who I am and how I got involved with Luna, if that's okay with you. Awesome. So I am a physical therapist by trade. I've been a PT for 5 years, and I've worked in a variety of different outpatient clinics, growing from just an outpatient therapist all the way up to clinic director. So I've gotten to see the ins and outs of how all these different types of clinics run. And now that being director, I've gotten the experience of really kind of seeing how productivity standards are, how kind of clinics are functioning, and where the outpatient realm is going. I absolutely love treating my patients, and I love the challenge of outpatient ortho. But what I've found over time is just kind of this more consistent burnout, right? Especially with PTs, as we kind of get into these later stages of our career, we just start to realize that we're getting worked way too hard and not getting the compensation of the things that we deserve. And our patients aren't getting the quality of care that they deserve either. So I've looked into options such as, what if I own my own clinic? I've had patients ask me why I don't do that. Well, I really don't want to take care of all the overhead by myself, right? What if the washing machine breaks? Now I'm the one that has to take care of it. What if I have to go do all this insurance credentialing? That could take me so much more time. I just want to treat my patients, right? So the other option is maybe going a route like home health. I've had a lot of friends at this stage in their career kind of transfer to that area. And what they love about it is the flexibility that it gives them in their scheduling and the compensation. But the thing that, my friends tell me with home health is that they miss the challenges of outpatient ortho, right? A lot of the times you're seeing these patients that are homebound, and they miss kind of those challenging patients where we get to do those more plyometric things or just those more exciting things, or really kind of get to that note to know that patient on a different level. So how do we find the best of both worlds in this situation, right? That's where Luna comes in. So Luna is this amazing company that strongly believes that PTs have more to offer than just the traditional brick and mortar outpatient clinic, right? Luna has built all of this amazing technology to be able to provide PTs with the flexibility, the applications, and the sourcing and the support to be able to give patients the best care that they deserve. So Luna is kind of concierge outpatient PT service. So the way it works is that patients are scheduled with you, and you get to go visit them in their home or in their office or in the location that the patient so chooses, right? So patient visits last for anywhere from 45 to 55 minutes, right? Which is huge in the outpatient world. We really don't see that anymore. A lot of the times you're seeing patients 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes if you're lucky, but to get all that one-on-one time with your patient, which is something that Luna really pushes and prides itself in, is providing one-on-one quality care. You get all that time, and that time is based on different insurance per patient, right? And so the goal of Luna is really to kind of make this whole process better for you and better for our patients. So when the appointment time is done, the PT will do a quick documentation process through the app, which we'll go ahead and talk about in just a little bit. And once that session's completed, get this, you get paid right on the spot, right? So you treat the patient, you do your documentation, boom, you get paid. How cool is that, right? How many companies do you really see that happening and compensated at a rate that is fair for the time that you're putting in? So Luna does such a good job of addressing all of these barriers that limit patients getting to the outpatient clinics, and also limits a lot of the barriers that PTs have to treat their patients. I tell a lot of my new grads that, the really great thing about PT is we go into school and we learn all these different things about how to treat our patients to the best of our ability, right? But we get into a lot of these clinic settings, and we have so many barriers put in front of us as far as treatment times, as far as insurance reimbursements, as far as, having our patients work with techs, or we don't get to have that quality care. All of this stuff is really leading to a lot of this burnout, and where we're seeing a lot of PTs flee and try new things. So how can we keep these PTs in the outpatient realm and continue to provide that care that we want to provide, right? So being a PT with Luna has a lot of advantages compared to a lot of our traditional brick and mortar clinics. So one of the biggest things that I think is super, super awesome is Luna gives you the flexibility to work when you want to work. So as a Luna PT, you can work from Monday through Sunday, and you can work anywhere between 6:30 in the morning to 8:30 at night. Now you get to pick and choose what days, what times, whatever works best for your schedule, which is totally rare nowadays in our outpatient world, right? So if you want to have the flexibility to take your kids to soccer practice, take that time off, go for it. If you want to have the flexibility to take a week off on vacation, go for it. If you want to have that increased times to work so that you can get more patients in, feel free. You have the flexibility to do so. Now, there are 6 conditions that we focus on here at Luna. So we see a lot of, ortho and sports medicine. That's probably our primary kind of conditions that we treat and things that we get referred to the most. We also see a lot of neuro, geriatric, lymphedema, vestibular, and pelvic floor. So you as a PT can kind of open up whatever kind of cases that you want to see. If you feel comfortable treating majority of them, great, see them all. And if you feel confident just treating a few of those, you treat the ones that you feel confident in, right? We want this to be successful for you. So Luna will do the work of matching those patients with your schedule and your needs, right? So this is a really cool thing. With travel times, because you're driving to patients' homes, the furthest you ever will drive is only 30 minutes, which I have some friends in home health that drive like 45 minutes to an hour to appointments. No thanks. Our PTs on average are only traveling about 10 minutes to each appointment, which is so fantastic. Cuts down on, being in the car for too long, and you really get to spend more time with that patient, which is really the goal, right? Now, another really fantastic thing about doing this kind of work in the home and in that patient's environment is you get to tailor all of your treatment to that patient in their environment, right? So we have a PT, for example, that works in Venice Beach, and she talks about how there was a time when she was treating a patient that lived right on the beach, and she got to take her patient on walks on the beach to work on gait and balance. Like, how often do we get to do something that neat in our daily lives as PTs? Normally we're stuck inside. We don't have enough time to go do something exciting like that. But to be able to do something like that and have the flexibility and get your patient out into an environment that they love, that's really the goal, right? The other thing is that you can tailor all of the home program to that patient's home. So, normally we give a patient an exercise, they go, they try it at home, they come back and they're like, this did not work. Well, now you can say, hey, this is how you tie this band at your home. This is how you're going to do this on your steps. This is how you're going to do this in and out of your bed. So all of that sets the patient up for success every day in their own environment. So with Luna's technology has created an amazing home exercise program that's all based through the app that can function really for any age. We have patients that are 93 that use the app, and they say it's very easy. So the patient can open up the app, look at their home exercises, and all the home exercises have videos so the patients can watch those, and they can message you directly if they have questions on how things are working or just if they have questions about the exercise. So you get still that quality one-on-one patient care with that patient. So that's really cool. Now to talk about more of our documentation process. So the documentation also works through the app. So after you're done with your 45 to 55 minute treatment appointment, Luna will prompt you with a phone call, and it'll ask you questions based on that SOAP note format. And so it'll go through, you dictate that note, and then Luna will do the back end work, type it all up, format it how you want it, then you review it, and once you finalize it, you get paid. Boom, bada bing, right? So with that dictation process, a lot of our PTs that have been with Luna for a while say that once you become efficient with it and once you become used to it, daily notes can take up about 3 to 5 minutes of your time, and evals could take 5 to 10, which is huge, right? How many of us get stuck at home or stuck outside of work working on this documentation till 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night? No one wants to do that. So now if you have the ability to do this through the app with this service, in between treatment sessions or right at the end of your day, boom, done, move on. You have your flexibility back, right? So I think that is super cool. So with being a Luna PT, you will be an independent contractor. And so what that means is that you will work independently and you will have to provide some of your own services. However, the things that are just exciting with being an independent contractor is that you get a bunch of tax breaks with that. So all of your mileage, all of your licensure and education, all of your clothes, the tools that you might need, anything that you deem necessary to complete your job duties, you can write off in the end. And we can definitely talk more about that later. Also, you will need to get some personal liability insurance, which is super easy. There's a lot of great plans out there. I'll send you some paper, just some different information with some different links that you can look up, but I do recommend that you kind of shop around and see what policy is best for you. So, even though you are an independent contractor and you're treating all these patients independently, Luna does an amazing job of supporting you every single step of the way. So Luna will do all the insurance verification for the patients. Luna will do all of the scheduling for you. You just open up your schedule to what you want it to be, and Luna will fit those patients there. They'll map out your travel, and they will also include all of the things that you need to treat that patient. So it'll give you all of your intake forms, all of your progress forms, all of the exercises you need in the home exercise program, different physician protocols or different physician dashboards that you might need access to, and also the ability to message your patients directly, which we talked about earlier, right? Luna always has your back with the documentation too. So let's say you do a note and you finalize it, and then something needs to happen maybe with an addendum or maybe, some sort of insurance verification thing. Luna will cover all that for you, so you do not have to stress about it, right? Which is so exciting, because how many times do we get, messages from billing that are like, hey, I need you to do this, this, and this, or you need to think about this. Now you can just spend the time treating, which is what we're supposed to be doing as PTs, and Luna will take care of all that. It's so neat. Oh my gosh. So, like I said, Luna's doing everything it can to help us as PTs break down all those barriers so we can treat how we want to treat. I think another really cool thing about Luna, especially as a female going into people's homes, sometimes I do wonder, like, what if something happened? Luna has this really cool program called Safety Shield through the app. So once you get to a patient's house for that appointment time, Luna will track your location from the appointment time to the appointment time ending. Now, if you're at that patient's house for longer than you should be based on that appointment time, Luna will reach out just to make sure everything's okay. So in that way, they also have your back. And I think just especially as females, that's super important in this world. So, that really also gives me kind of that hope and that excitement that Luna is really looking out for us and really wants us to succeed. So, just in general, there's so many different perks of working with a company like Luna. This amazing startup is really looking to grow in this big technological advanced movement and figure out, how can we provide better patient care, and how as PTs can we benefit from that, really without getting so burnt out and without losing that quality of care that we're all looking for, right? You have the flexibility to build your schedule however you want to build it. And our PTs that, work in markets like California, where we've been established a little bit longer, we have PTs that work full time. Our other PTs in different new areas work kind of staggered times, and maybe it's more of a supplemental income. So it's kind of whatever works for you based on your location. And you can grow, you can change at any time. Also, you get paid per visit, and you get that good compensation rate. So once you're done with that treatment, it's about 1 to 3 days for you to get that reimbursement based on really your bank account and all of that. Our PTs in California are making up to maybe 80, 85 a visit, and our PTs in other environments like Pittsburgh are making 65, which is still a really great compensatory rate for the work that you put in, and you deserve that pay right when you're done, which is so cool. The efficiency of documentation makes Luna kind of stand out from the rest of these companies. Based on the app, it's all right there on your phone. It takes a few minutes and you're done. That way you're getting your free time at the end of your day and your weekends back, which a lot of us lose working in the outpatient world. There's also really cool referral bonuses. So let's say you have a patient that refers another friend to go through Luna as well. You can get that bonus. Let's say you have a therapist friend that also wants to work for Luna. They sign up, boom, you can get bonused as well. So there's a lot of opportunities to grow and kind of develop and also increase your reimbursement rates, which is also really fantastic. So, I could go on and on and on about how amazing Luna is and how I'm so honored to be a part of such a really cool company that's doing so many amazing things for our healthcare world. And I think that they really demonstrate a lot of how, this new world of outpatient is going to be, and how we can do better for our patients and how we can get the support we deserve. So after this phone call, I'm going to go ahead and send you everything that you need to know, kind of everything we talked about, and then just some other supplemental links for you to look at as well. And I would love to answer any questions that you have or just any concerns, and you can reach out to me at any time. But I would definitely recommend taking a look at our website, reading some of the blog posts that kind of highlight more of how, Luna works and the amazing things that it does behind the scenes and how it can support you in your future adventures. So if there's anything you need, please feel free to contact me at any time. Have a good one, okay? Bye.